a demonstration in the differences of sharing screen and the difference between sharing your desktop, sharing a folder, and sharing a file. So I have set up, previously to starting this video, I've set up a folder, and I've also opened up a video from that folder. There's the video from the folder. And we're going to walk through 3 different screen sharing things, 2 which seem to behave and 1 which really upsets people and gets a lot of people frustrated. So here we go. We're going to start out with, I'm going to share my screen. And when I share my screen, you can see I can either share this screen, which is actually the desktop, not at all the picture that you're looking at. I can share the folder, which has all the materials in it. Or I can share the video, which I have selected from within that folder. I'm going to show you first sharing my desktop. So I'm going to share screen and share directly to the highlighted item, which opens up with the panel. So now I'm sharing my desktop, and in the upper right hand corner here, this is the webcam from the classroom computer. I've turned it around and I've got it looking at the classroom screen, so that you can see that the classroom member's screen is looking at the desktop that I'm sharing. With that desktop opened up, I can very easily open up a folder. I can go down in that folder, I can search around, I can find a video, I can start up a video. There's a video, and the video is going to show up. But the problem is that, and I've explained to everybody about setting the volume of the video so that it can be heard, because you have to do that with share computer audio, and you have to set the application volume to maximum for everything to work out right for the classroom. All right, so everything seems to be normal here. The only really upsetting thing about this is that we had to actually bring alive a panel. We had to search through a folder list. We had to bring alive a list of files. We had to select a file, and we had to share into that. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off, and I'm going to stop screen sharing. Now I'm going to go back in, and I'm going to share in the alternate method. I'm going to go back to share screen, and this time when I do share screen, I'm going to pull up the video that I selected out of the folder. And this is the way we recommend that you do for any classes. You pre-queue. You don't have to have them running. You just have to have them awake. You don't have to have them full screen. You just have to have them awake or alive, selected and opened up, and sitting on your computer, a desktop, whether it's a Mac or a PC, it doesn't make any difference. You need to have them alive and sitting on your desktop so that when you go to the screen sharing window, you can select that particular item. And it could be a sequence of 3, 4, 5 videos that you might want to show. You go in, you select the one you want to show, and you share it. And now when I go into share screen, you can see the class member's computer brought up immediately the screen that I wanted to share. It is showing some of the bands around the video. So I'm going to go ahead and double click to make this video full screen. That made the video full screen. It depends on which application you're using. Sometimes you double click, sometimes you look for a double-headed arrow pointing out at the lower right-hand corner. Whatever method you use to get into full screen. And now I can use the player controls and I can start this video. I think I can. Let me start it here. For some reason, I couldn't get to the play. Oh, they're down below the screen that I'm looking at. My Windows taskbar is covering them up because I left my Windows taskbar alive because I wanted to show you the materials that I'm working with. Okay, so now you see that's a very pleasant, very uneventful, a very casual way to drop into a presentation and immediately enter the video or the presentation, the PowerPoint, the presenter, whatever it is that you want to show, your slideshow or your video, you can drop into it and start it up, and no hassle, no fuss, no muss, okay? So we're going to stop this one, and I'm going to show you the one that really freaks everybody out. Well, you can hear that video is still playing, so I have to bring the video alive on my screen, which is where I had that. I'm stopping the video, so that's done because I had shared that video. I had left it running, and when I stopped the screen share, the video was still running, so it wasn't a big deal. Now we're going to do the third method. So this is the one that messes everybody's minds up. It really plays games with your imagination. So I'm going to share a screen, only this time I'm going to think, this is not just me, this is a lot of presenters, a lot of instructors will get everything set up ahead of time, but they open up the folder so that they're looking at the video they want to share. They don't think about starting up the video they want to share. They have the folder open. I'm going to show you the problem with that. So I've highlighted the folder, and now I'm going to start screen sharing. And you can see in a second here, there's the classroom computer is now showing the folder that I'm showing on my screen. And here's that same video that we just watched. You can see the preview of it here. It's the right video. I know it's the right thing. I'm going to click the video and start the video. Wow, look at that. Clearly you can see I started the video. I'm looking at the video. But what is the classroom looking at? They're looking at my folder. Why? Because I told Zoom I wanted to share a folder. And Zoom said, okay, we will share this folder with the class. I didn't say anything about wanting to share an item within the folder. I said I wanted to share the folder. And that's exactly what Zoom is doing. Zoom is sharing the folder with the class, and you're looking at the video on your computer, and everybody is saying, I can't see anything. What's happening? You know, what's going wrong? This has happened over and over again to me and to many other people, so I just want to make sure that we make it clear. You have to be careful when you're getting set up to share your screen. The cleanest way to do this is to open up the files you want to share ahead of time and leave them alive, sitting on your desktop or down at your taskbar or on a Mac on your docking station. You know, let them sit there alive but not running. Just make sure they're ready to go so that you can see them when you go into the share window. Now I'm going to stop share. And as soon as I stop share, of course, you can hear in the background of my computer, that video is still running. So I have to go down now and I have to close the player again. Okay, because I shared a folder and Zoom didn't know anything about the video because I shared a folder. All right, so I hope this helps to explain to everyone the difference between sharing a screen, and here I've still got a folder sitting there, sharing a folder and or sharing an item within the folder. Hold on a second and we'll get that folder back alive. Here's the folder. Let me bring the video alive. I'm just going to stop the video. I'm going to park it down at the bottom, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at this here. I minimize the folder. Now, you notice it didn't show up on the share button because I did it after I started the screen share. And by the way, here's the share sound. You want to make sure you click your share computer sound. I didn't hear for on purpose because I wanted you to hear me talking, not have the audio of the shared file blasting over me. But you want to make sure when you're in a class you share that. I'm going to stop this share and I'm going to restart it, and this time when I restart it, you'll see that other item which I put on the bottom on the taskbar or on the docking bar on a Mac. So the other item I want to point out is, if you think about this, after you have the share screen panel open, and then you try to get in there and add something to it, be aware that it won't show up till you close the share bar. You got to go up to the upper right hand corner, hit the X. It won't show up till you close it and start it up again, because that's when it takes an assessment of everything that's there ready to be shared. I hope this helps, and I hope it helps eliminate or at least clear up some of the confusion and frustrations that many of us have had with accidentally or just by circumstance happening to share a folder instead of the items that we wanted to bring alive. and then selecting that before we went into share screen and not the class not being able to see the actual presentation that we wanted them to. Thank you. I hope you all have a great day and good luck with the future of your Zoom classes.